Hi everyone, so I had a question about the span command, basically how to create song structure and what the variables of the span command are. So in this short tutorial I'm just going to go over the spanBar command, and the first thing you'll want to do with BeatDJ is run units, and you can set your the units that BeatDJ is working with at the moment to bars, and that is just going to change the way these numbers display up here so it will be easier to see. So what I want to do is I'll start the song from the beginning with P, play. Now you can see that this window size is going from 0 to 8 bars. And I can zoom in or zoom out. And now it's at 8 bars, and I want to set the hat to go from bars 1 to 4 out of 8. So basically what you're going to do is use the spanBar command. So I'll do hat spanBar. The start time will do 1, end time will be 3, and then the length of the span is 8. So the length is like the total length of the span. That means that it goes all the way up until the end of this entire section, and then in between 1 and 3 is where the sound goes. So if I zoom out, you can see what happens is when it gets to 8 bars, that's the total length of the span, it restarts. So if you look at this command I entered, this number here is the total length of the span that you're considering. And then the numbers in between are 1 and 3. So every 8 bars, the sound is going to play from 1 to 3. Now let's do the same thing, but we'll change it from 2 to 6. Now you can see that the hat still exists in this 8 bar loop, but inside that loop of 8 bars it's playing from 2 to 6. And you can see that, on the second half, that corresponds with 10 and 14. But that's not super important. The main thing is that we're working within a length of 8 bars. So if you wanted to set something very specific, like say you want your hat to come in at bar 20 and go out at bar 24, and that's the only time you want to do it, well, basically what you'll do is set this to 20 and 24, and then just use a super long loop length, like total span length. So you could use like 1024 or some high power of 2. And now the end of your song is probably going to be around 512 bars or so, maybe longer, but basically this sets a super long loop length that you're working in, and you don't have to worry about it repeating. So that's the gist of spanBar. It also works with phrases, so I can switch my units to phrases and then work in that realm. So I could do span P, SPP for phrase, and we can set our hats from 1 to 2 out of 8 phrases. And you can see how I can just move it along the timeline like that, just by moving the starting and stopping points. And typically what this is good for is when you're performing live, you can have stuff come in and out repeatedly. So like this would make a nice interesting dance loop where basically your hats are coming in and out, and then you could have your clap come in and out at a longer section, and then maybe your synth could come in and out at a even longer section. So this whole loop is this entire loop is an 8-phrase loop that's going to repeat. So let's hear how it sounds. I haven't previewed any of these sounds, so it might be bad. And I can use this jump command to jump forward by one phrase. Jump backwards, and I can set up a loop from maybe 4 to 5, phrase 4 to phrase 5. So yeah, that's the basics of song structure. I hope that helps. Thanks.